were down by 4 at halftime. Then Spider Mitch took over. He scored 21 points in the third quarter alone. They get the victory 112 to 103. He finishes with 43 points. And by the way, the 39 points in the second half ties the most in playoff history for a single half. And that was just simple, easy buckets for him because it was a struggle in the first half. 4 points on 1 of 8 shooting. He finishes 13 for 26 and walks away with the win. Welcome back inside the studio. NBA Showtime here. Maria Taylor alongside the Hall of Famers, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Carmelo Anthony here with you. And you heard Donovan Mitchell saying after the game, it was on me. I wanted to make a statement coming out of the locker room. A statement is exactly what he made from beginning to end in that second half.
Yes, he understood the assignment. He knew exactly what he needed to do. He needed to be in attack mode, and that was just it. Like, I'm not being passive anymore, and he showed it. Like, here in attack mode, patience, and that's the thing. He wasn't hunting shots. He was patient, getting to his spot. And if you notice, his first made basket was in the paint. He got fouled. Then you're feeling good. You've seen a shot go in, and we know for shooters, scores, when we see a shot go in, we get into our bag, and the rest is history from there. Same thing, just patient, read the defense, get into his move. Where is he finishing? In the paint. And after that, it was just whatever you want, whatever you need. You know, I can't provide. He provided scoring offense for their team.
I was a little confused about Detroit's defense. Those clips right there.
One-on-one, no help.
Y'all do know this man scored 56 in the playoff game before, and he scored, what, 70 in the regular season? He can score a little bit, right? I mean,
especially when he's up.
Let's give him a little bit more attention. I thought he was phenomenal. And like I said at halftime, he just needed to see one go in, and that was 2 feet in the paint. And once he got that, it was, you know, the gates opened up for him. And he did what Donovan Mitchell should do, just stay aggressive, trust the process, trust your ability, you know, of being able to put the ball in the hole. That's what you're there for. You got a guy that's a great facilitator that played well tonight, and all you had to do is concentrate on putting the ball in the hole. And I thought he did a phenomenal job at that.
The process was processing.
Yes, it was.
Donovan was amazing. That third quarter was definitely a masterpiece, and Cleveland kind of rode that wave. I mean, for Donovan, 13 for 26, Maria, you alluded to that, 43 points, 15 free throws, 13 made. He was a plus 28 out there on the court, just like by himself out there. But, you know, just his focus, right? And we was laughing and joking at halftime about what he needs to do. We said shoot is shoot, right? And when we say shoot is shoot, it doesn't mean just shoot anything. It means be in attack mode, figure out what you have to adjust to the defense, and go and put your foot on the gas. And that's what Donovan did. He saw that one shot go in, he got hot, he got it going. And I'm sure at halftime in the back of his mind, he's like, man, look, I ain't ready to go home yet. Like, this is history that we're actually working towards.
Yeah, you got to go out swinging for sure. And listen, this is his 8th career playoff game with at least 40 points, so we knew he could certainly do it. He was coming off a game where he had 35 and 10, but they needed it at that moment. But the third quarter really seemed like the difference in this one, Vince. They shot at 68% from the field.
That's great.
Like I said, that 22 to zip run, I sat here and I said, Vince, you write it down. You tell me when the Pistons actually score. Like, let's talk about it. It took, what,
5 minutes and 57 seconds into the third quarter is when they scored their first basket, which put them on a 22-0 run. And it just kept going. And they were +5 in turnovers. So they won the turnover battle. So that means their stars did not turn over the ball. They only had 3 turnovers amongst them, which is fantastic. So not only are you scoring, you're facilitating. You +1 in offensive rebounding. So it's a lot of great things that happened in the game. But the third quarter was just pure effort, and they took the fight away from a physical Detroit team, which is what you have to do if you're going to be a #1 team in the East.
And again, the Cavs did exactly what we've become accustomed to them doing, which is they score better when they're at home. They shoot it better when they're at home. Now they got to take that show on the road.
Got to figure it out.
Okay, but if you're Detroit, Melo, your takeaway from this game ultimately is going to end up being what?
Well, they closed the game the right way. They could have easily gave up and just let Cleveland win that game. So I think they closed the game the right way, knowing that they have to go back home and protect home court. Detroit took the first 2 games at home. Cleveland took the game back at home. They protected their home court. This game 5, to me, is like whoever wins this game 5 is going to win the series. I just think it's that much emphasis on this particular game 5 going back to Detroit.
Can I say one thing before you take it? The only thing that scares me about that, the effort came from the guys at the end of the bench, which you've always said, put some guys in, try something to muck it up. But can their starters or their first 8 guys find that energy and effort back again.
Yeah.
Look, Evan Mobley has just put the headsets on.
There he is.
Let's bring him on in here. Hey, we know exactly how important this game was for you guys to tie up this series, Evan, but you got to talk to me about what you saw in the second half from your superstar and Donovan Mitchell to carry the team offensively. I see you shaking your head. If you can put it into words, do that for us.
I mean, he's Donovan Mitchell. That's what he does. First half started a little slow. I feel like he started picking his spots and really got us going in the second half. Got the first few buckets, and he's just felt good from there.
This T-Mac, talk to us about James and how he simplifies the game for you. You know, his facilitating ability is really elite. He makes big men look, you know, amazing on the basketball court, turn them into all-stars. How has he simplified the game for you throughout these playoffs?
Yeah, we just know what we're going to get into. Whenever he's on the floor, we walk through it in film, walk through it in practice, and so when we get out there in the game, we just know what we're doing. So a lot of times it's just me setting a good screen and him coming off and him just dictating whatever the defense gives him.
Mobley, this is Melo. After watching and being a part of that masterpiece, that third quarter masterpiece by Donovan, how do you continue to stay engaged when you have another player doing what he's doing in that third quarter?
Yeah, I'm just out there trying to do whatever the team needs, whether that's rebounding, getting blocks, getting steals, controlling the pace, running the floor, whatever the team needs. I'm there for offensively as well, just being aggressive as possible. But, I mean, when a guy's going like that, you got to give him some space and let him attack.
This is VC here. The real question is, we know the record on the road in the playoffs this year. What needs to be done for the Cleveland Cavaliers to bring it back to Cleveland to get it over?
We got to play our brand of basketball. We got to play fast, not let their pressure get to us, win our spots, and keep moving the ball. When the ball is moving, we get easy shots, and that's our best brand of basketball.
Can you just talk to us, too, about, let's go back in the locker room at halftime, because something changed for sure. To go on a 22-0 run just coming out, I don't know what y'all ate, what you did, and if we could do it from the beginning of every single game for the rest of the series, but can you just walk us through the locker room at halftime?
Everyone was just locked in and saying to stick with it. I feel like we were playing pretty good basketball, and we knew we started the first half pretty strong, and we had to come out and do it again. And so, I mean, Donovan locked in, and all of us locked in, and I feel like it started with our defense, and we got a lot of stops, and from there we just pushed pace and got easy baskets.
Speaking of that defense, Evan Mobley tied his playoff career high with 5. He was plus 30 on the game. Cavaliers, they tie up the series 2-2. Thank you so much for joining us, Evan. Go and enjoy this one.
Appreciate
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
They had Uncrustables at halftime.
Is that what it was? Uncrustables? Do you think it was grape or strawberry? That was probably the difference.
They got the new ones.
Yeah, because that's what we eat at halftime. That's why they say that, okay? Let's take an early look at the line from DraftKings Sportsbook for tomorrow.